History of creation of World of Warcraft. You see all the available games, add-ons, full-size statue of orc. Moving forward, we see some impact. History of Wikipedia, its impact, and this screen shows how it technically works. This example of core which was used for crash test, examples of MRI of a human being brain. This is a very well-known Android-like robot, and this is Ameca.
Hello, IoT Forge. I don't know what exact time of the day you have, morning, evening, nighttime, but I'm glad to see virtually all of you. We really appreciate all the support you provide and help us to be proactive and continue our activities in getting more information from the world of technology and especially smart devices, robotics, drones. That's why today we got back to Computer History Museum. You probably watched our previous videos from it, so I think somewhere here, there, maybe there will be a card linked to the previous videos from Computer History Museum. So today we have a special overview of an additional, let's say, extended exhibition which is called Chatbots Decoded. The idea is it's all about chatbots and the evolution of artificial intelligence, AI, how chatbots evolve, and especially it's very interesting in today's reality and setting of first and significantly incredible pace of Gen AI development and evolution. So stay tuned with us, like, hit the bell, and of course subscribe. We love you, we appreciate you, and of course you are the force which keeps us motivated, engaged, and continue doing our stuff and collecting, aggregating the knowledge all over the world for you guys. So see you in couple seconds, maybe minutes, in Computer History Museum. See you!
After visiting the main exhibition area in Computer History Museum, which is called Revolution, you can actually have a sidewalk and have some extra activities in that museum. So technically, if you attended the museum, same day you could attend more exhibition, which is more about recent technological progress, experience, and getting expertise. So as you can see, there's a huge display of Tokyo or New York Times Square view, and on the stand you see the history of building Adobe from its founders and creators. Okay, let's see if this display also shows some car crash auto test and history of Photoshop by John Knoll and Thomas Knoll. But this stand is an exceptional, at least for myself, as being a big fan of World of Warcraft back to when I was younger, and this is the history of creation of World of Warcraft. So from paintings, drawings, all of these draft mock-ups of different beasts, NPC and monsters in the game, to this real server blade from 2007. So that's one of the blades which was making game working globally for huge amount of players. So this is some example how Ulduar, the dungeon for players, was built. And when we go further to reveal the history of World of Warcraft creation by Blizzard, you see all the available games, add-ons, all in their particular specific boxes. Some you see collectible huge boxes with additional stuff and like gifts which are very important for fans of the World of Warcraft. And this is legendary full-size statue of orc, one of the race you could choose playing World of Warcraft for the Horde, and it's exceptionally done. And the Frostmourne, the legendary infinite hunger blade. Hunger for your soul. Sorry, kidding. And you can see on the big screen some footage from the actual game process. Moving forward, we see some impact, how technology could impact our quality of life and how actually it making our life better. The next impact stand is about Wikipedia, how it was created, the history of Wikipedia, its impact, and actually how it became the world famous free digital encyclopedia, which is very, very cool. If we move forward, we could see more examples of modern technology and how things were invented to help us. For example, Photoshop, which is very famous among designers and editors. So, but this one is a cool kind of installation of MRI. And MRI is well-known medical technology to diagnose and find on early stages different diseases which could be treated with a huge success rate, but it requires early diagnosis. And this screen shows how it technically works. So with a wrong magnetic field, it goes deeper into the body tissues and creates images of each layer. Then it builds a 3D view of everything it can find, and you literally could check this diagnosis in a 3D view, which helps doctors to identify issues on early stage. But now we are moving to the real example of crash site testing. So the crash site is crash test is done to check, test new cars and like existing cars which were redesigned for any dangerous or let's say non-safe features. And this is real example of Ford Towers from 2008 year. On the screen you see how the details or reports for crash test evolved from 1994 to 2012 and how many new details appear. Imagine this is 16,185 test example of the car. This is a cool concept car from Buick Skylark from 2014. Looks gorgeous. This example of car which was used for crash test. You see, you could go inside, see how everything happened inside after the crash test. And you see the actually airbag safety feature worked properly, and you see that the steering wheel is damaged. It's damaged because technically it was an explosion which makes airbag inflate immediately and save life. Okay, moving forward, we see another area for some biology explanation. We see examples of MRI of a human being brain. This is some history of the art of photography, how cameras evolved, how people were taking pictures in different centuries, eras, etc. So when we move forward, we actually see some history and evolution of the sound, music, of how people were getting this wonderful output from devices back to previous centuries and like closer to nowadays. Okay, now we move to the learning center area. Okay, so first let's check Chatbots Decoded. And what are chatbots? Okay, so we're getting to the area with myth and fiction about artificial intelligence, about artificial, let's say, creatures which were developed and created by different authors, artists. And this is very important. Believe it or not, but it was developed, it was published in 1960s year. So it's like 70 plus years ago. So artificial intelligence, neural networks, it's not something hype topic which erased yesterday. Many people think that that's the case, but that's not true. The actual work, the actual research was done many years ago. The only but the biggest concern and limitation was about compute power those days. What we could see here, it's legendary old days good Star Trek posters. And while we move forward, we see more kind of exhibition of devices, hardware devices which help to work on developing AI, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. Oh, this is a very well-known Android-like robot, so it's used in many different areas, kind of like a virtual host or assistant who can provide different details information. This is how built Alexa and other like devices, which could be your voice assistant, how they recognize speech and how they translate the results, speech recognized to request to the server and getting back to you with some results in a human being language. And this is Ameca, a very well-known talking robotics hat, which mimics not only human being voice, but also it mimics the actual muscle movements on the face, how it talks and speaks. And it could speak various languages. Right now it's speaking in French, so it understands and speaks many languages. Very, very cool Ameca.
Okay, time to ask a question. So how many languages do you speak?
I can dabble in many languages, but my fluency might vary. Curious about any specific language?
Let's find out what other stuff is left here. So we see an example of protests from different people, different groups of people against robotics, against artificial intelligence, which they potentially consider may steal their work. And unfortunately, historically, it was sometimes true story. New technologies could completely change shape of the market, industry, etc. But at the same time, they create new jobs. Okay, after we went down, we get to the Edward and Pamela Tough restoration display room, and it tells us about live demo happening right now. Okay, let's see what we have there. And wow, this is an old-timers computation model of space orbital movement of cosmic like objects such as satellites, planets, whatever. Many thanks to a very knowledgeable team in red shirts. Now we are moving to the next hall. And look what we have here. It's incredible. This is a real old-timer, I don't know, emulation or not, because I assume in real life it was even more spacious, but you see IBM think server mainframe equipment here with many devices, components like tape machines which hold information. And I believe if we move forward, we see printing vintage computers on the right. You see on this small piece of paper, yeah, finger pointed on it. And so all these machines are working, which is exceptionally great news and surprising news. And you see the staff is loading some punch card to continue loading the program to this IBM Think machine back to, I don't know, 70s, 80s, I think 70s, 70s, 80s. And yeah, it's incredible, wonderful experience how this stuff is still working, and you could check how it operates.
Okay, people, so we just finished our tour for Chatbot Decoded. This is extended spatial exhibition in Computer History Museum in Mountain View, California. So it's quite interesting. I would say it's definitely important in terms of broaden your mind and get more details, information about the world of technology, how it develops, how it was built, how it evolves. It's very interesting. It's not a big one because, again, this is not main exhibition, this is an extension. And of course, it doesn't take hours of your time, but at the same time, it could be convenient for people who do not have too much time for exhibition, let's say today or next day. So it's convenient for people who look some interesting technology-related experience. And it's about chatbots, it's about AI, it's about how these things evolve and provide you with the ability to build something new, to build end-to-end solutions of like real helping hands but virtual ones, who can assist with multiple things, be assistants, be advisors, be some experts in some areas, and provide this feedback. I really loved the experience when you talk to a physical model of robotics, and this robot mimics the face muscles, how real human being acts and behaves, the face of a real human being, how it behaves when you talk, you smile, you answer questions, and it could be done in multiple languages. So very impressive. So as usual, please stay with us, please subscribe, please like us, hit the bell, put some comments, advices, concerns, ideas, whatever. Any feedback is welcome. We are honest with you, and we want you to be honest with us. So yeah, stay creative, never stop inventing, and of course never lose the passion to what you do. Thank you, IoT Forge. Bye.